Hello Gemini, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is for March 2022 and I do apologise because I've got a waylaid with everything this month and so far anyway, so it's been an amazing beginning with lots of shifts and not only with myself but with my pets. So some of you will have followed some of that, a couple of things that I've been doing lately with my dog on my Facebook page. So, or not with my dog, actually with my son's dog, who's come back in this life via my son to reconnect with me from another life. And yeah, so anyway, that's a book and that's a story on its own. So one day I will write that and it'll be part of some of the amazing things that have happened in my life, basically. And on what I'm hearing from that, Gemini, is like, you know, start maybe, you know, I'm hearing like journaling and writing down those bits and pieces of, you know, things that have you've noticed along the way about what's been happening with you through your dreams, those aha moments, you know, the epiphany moments. So so maybe some of you have, you know, parked that up for a while and not, you know, and not doing it as often as you used to do it, or maybe parked it away, you know, for quite a while, and you may have been. I feel like a lot of you may have had a prompting to start bringing that back out in journaling. So even if it's in your daily diary that you have, you know, like, and just writing down some of those thoughts or feelings that have come up, or, you know, and, you know, little snippets of wisdom that have come up, and maybe that just writing it in that, or anywhere really, so you can, you know, transfer it into your other journal, your normal journal, or just, I don't know, whatever. But I'm hearing journaling, or, you know, getting down, you know, so you can follow up with, and start to see some of the patterns, you know, or that have been coming, or the themes that have been coming up through your dreams, and what has been happening around you, and even in your daily life, and some of the shifts that you may have been, you know, receiving or having along the way there, you know, and coming across that's like, whoa, you know, and it's like, okay, and, you know, maybe not fully understanding it at that moment, but do take note, because I feel like they're quite, you know, treasured moments they're going to be. So I'm going to go back to this one. So anyway, so that's really, I feel like the key of it at the moment, the message is, and because these are like, they're talking about, the spirit are talking about taking action with the readings, and, you know, actionable recipes. Well, yeah, recipes, readings that are coming up. So when they talk about recipes, I'm hearing this is something about you with your recipe of what it takes for you to make that shift, and what is it that you need to do in order to create your life, okay, and, you know, in the space or in the way that it needs to be for you. So I'm not really knowing what I'm doing here. I'm just shuffling the cards. So the archangels have come out today and wanting to start off with, get the ball rolling with the energy around for this month of March. So like today is Tuesday the 8th of March. So, and I actually did do some videos, start doing them last week, and I got 4 done, but it just didn't feel, I don't know, the timing was right. So whatever it is wasn't right, was right too, and I yeah, it was interesting. So, and I haven't had a chance to put them up. So I may still put them up, and I feel like it's more in the timing of things as the energy has shifted. So anyway, I'm doing these again, and Gemini, you were one of them. So I may just put them up on my and see what happens. So anyhow, so for the rest of the month of March, and some of this you may already understand about, you know, or you may resonate with, you know, these, you know, since the beginning of March. Okay, so anyhow, as always, like, I just want to say, just remember to take what does resonate and leave what does not. Okay, so first of all, with Archangel Raphael, there's a new love, and something about healing your past and showing up to yourself. So there could be something about a new love, but I'm hearing, or somebody coming in, However, I feel for a good portion of you, it's a new love of yourself. So a self-love, there's a self-love sort of energy or self-love sort of theme that's going on in there. And it's around, and it may be a new love in the way of respecting yourself in relationships, or it could be a new love and respect I'm hearing within the relationship that you're already in with somebody. So there's been some growth, and it's meant that you've had to like heal your past, and probably with past relationships. I'm feeling and sensing that a lot of good portion of this is around self-love. And this is about you showing up to yourself and being the leader of yourself in your life as you move forward, move toward what it is that you're wanting to create, and what you want your life to look like for you, to be like for you. As well as, all those things. So it's like, what do I want to do, be, give, and have in my life? And how do I want to show up to the world, and show up to myself, actually, mostly. And so it's how do I want to do, be, give, and have things in my life, and or people, and that sort of thing. So it's like, there are a few things that are going on. So the energy is really shifting. I was reading that there are no, earlier this morning, which makes sense to me, there are no planets that are in retrograde. They're all, moving. They're talking about. Excuse all the noise. I have traffic coming through, and that of just about every vehicle you can think of that's coming. I'm trying to get these videos right without too much, right in the sense that there's not a lot of distraction or noises around. So anyway, there is car noises around. So just go, I feel like there's could be a lot of distractions around you, and not to let them take you off track. So that could have been happening as you're coming up, but they are coming up through this year and coming up into this month of March, and maybe things are starting to probably, I feel you may have already started to feel it or sense it, but not letting things stop you, okay? Or come to a complete halt, you could say. Rising, so in your energy is rising. I feel like the energy is rising in the sense that there is the ability now for you to feel more able to move forward, and that makes sense with the planets all in alignment, in the sense of there's nothing going into retrograde, so they're all moving direct as per se. So or in that, okay, cool. So your energy levels may be rising, and your energy and the way that there may be more of that want and that feeling of able to, because there's things that are shifting, or you've shifted things, but there's like leaving the past in the past, okay? So now it is actually, figuring out and learning how to do that, and rising above, what it is, your stuff that you're putting in front of you, like the boundaries that you put up that prevent you from moving as fluidly as you possibly can, okay? So cleanse yourself, environment, home, work, car with sage, water, prayer, incense as well with Archangel, Michael here, and he's just like clear your space again. So it may be that, there is a lot of energy around, and it's, no wonder with everything that's going on in the world. It's sometimes we let stuff in, and sometimes we, release stuff, and, and that sort of things. And sometimes stuff just sticks to us. So it's like, and so this is a clearing of the mind, the body, the spirit, and the soul as well for some of you. Whatever feels, right for you. However, this is definitely, and it could be around clearing your environment, like they're talking about the work, home, car, because, we can pick up things and travel around with it. Clear your space. Okay, they're really like emphasizing that. And also like your aura, I'm hearing, and your chakras, give them a little bit of a zhuzh up. So I can give you some tips on that, and that could be another video, or anyway, we're going to do something, I'm going to do some courses around that as well. Some mini ones, and then stop overthinking. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. And some of you might argue with that and about the whole reality thing, but actually, you know what, when you got 2 things there and you got 2 things there, it equals 4. So that 4 things there. So there's not 5, and it's like, or 10 or 20. So don't overthink things. And I feel like this is where some of this energy is coming through. There may be some, crappy energy that's around that you've bought into, or somebody's brought it into your space, or you've, or there's something going on where you're not able to make sense of it. So start, clearing your mind, clearing your space, clearing your environment. So, and decluttering. So watch out, pussycat. She was going to jump actually from a chair way over there, like she's 19, and it's like she probably was not going to make that. So I'm just going to move that over there a bit, and I'll pay you some attention after, Cat. So I'm just feeling like there's a whole lot of, a little bit of energy around my head, the top of my head. So there's something about moving, shifting, overthinking. This one here maybe around that, what that is, and like energy vibrational shifts, and that some of you may have felt an energy shift about 1:30 on Monday morning, actually, Monday morning 1:30 as well. So there was, I felt it as being quite a big shift, and quite a prominent shift is what the word actually is, in the energy in the universe as well. So it was really, it was all about really disconnecting and really cutting off and just leaving the past where the past is in the past. Okay, so anyway, we're just moving forward as, getting energy moving, the Temperance card. So all that, it's about finding balance, bringing about balance in your life. And I feel things are going to balance out a little bit more, especially energetically wise, with you this month, Gemini. Whoops. And then we have the Lovers. Look at that. So the Lovers there. So there could be for some of you a new love coming in. I feel like there's the Lovers side of things is the masculine and the feminine again. Once again, it's like that, finding that balance within you, and that, that self-love again, and basically, because then when we're in that space, we can love, differently with, love energy. Is loving others or seeing others in a different way, whether there is some sort of friction or the radu going on in there, but it's still being able to send love, energy out there. So it's like, you're not hurting yourself, because generally, it's better than sending, generally we want to send it, but sometimes there's something going on that's like, you know what, I just can't bring myself to do that. So it's like, in a way, it's kind of like faking it till you're making it. So just sending, love anyway, even though it's not fully, you're not fully feeling it in your heart, but it's at least there's that intention in your thoughts, in your mind, to send it anyway. And it's a bit like, when we do that, there's that exercise that that's, Louise Hay talked about and utilized in her own self-healing, was looking in the mirror, and one of the affirmations is, I love and approve of myself. Now, you don't quite believe it in the beginning, or you think that it's nuts and crazy, and to think that, or that when the space that you're in. But I kid you not, if you do try it, at least try it, that where you keep going, and then it's slowly, and you start to like commit to it, in the sense of really making an effort to shift your energy, shift your way of thinking, and really loving, and really shifting that into the point where, okay, yeah, I do actually love and approve of myself, and and other things unfold from it. I mean, that's one exercise, but it's starting with something somewhere, and it's like, so that's what I mean. And that's kind of like fake it till you make it. When you think about it, you're doing it even though you don't fully believe in it. That in the beginning, it's like, just keep doing it, because you're making an effort to making that change or that shift within you. It will happen. Okay, anyway, here we go again. So that's the Lovers, but I feel like for some of you there is a new love energy that's coming in for you, and it will probably help bring around some balance with you as well in your life as well. So it's probably there that you've found a little bit more balance within your life. It's like, and you've really released some of these past life things and past in this life situations that have gone on in your life. It's like you're maybe more ready to receive love. So So they're talking about, you know, this is where they're talking about taking action and, you know, doing the things that you need to do in order to let others or other things into your life that serve you. So the Four of Pentacles here is not, you know, this one here is like, I feel like there's a sense of movement, like out in search in abundance and that, and maybe not holding on to things for too much, because this can be, you know, and allowing yourself the freedom and the energy. So I feel like your energy is building up, and, you know, from doing a lot of inner research, moving things out and around outside of you, and releasing. So I'm feeling, you know, like there is some sort of movement, some sort of growth, and your energy is lifting with that, and you're feeling not so much about, you know, holding things back, but actually, you know, or holding yourself back, or or even money. Some of it could be around finances. So something may be picking up and allowing, you know, you to move through it, and you may be seeing things, you know, in a different way, actually, how money works to you, how energy works for you, and how family are around you. So there's a shift in the perspective and a shift in the energy. Okay, so I'm just feeling a little bit antsy. My seat was moving my seat around, so it made me, yeah, okay, I'm feeling like this is actually about readjusting or adjusting yourself to a better position or a different position where, you know, energetically, so you can keep moving on, or you will allow yourself to move on. So here's the Eight of Pentacles, which is a now card, which for me, it's about taking action or moving now. So something is moving, so it's probably there's, you know, a shift or a change in maybe your career for some of you, or your job or your business, you know, whatever that is. There may be something shifting in that, in the way that the work that you do. Generally, I feel like this is around work, but it could, and which will probably bring in a shift in the way, and financially as well. So there could be two or three things. There could be two separate things, but but come together. Others of you, I feel like there's a shift in the family dynamics as well, and also a shift in your health and well-being. So some of you, that's maybe the whole kit and caboodle that's you know, working through there, but with you this month. But I definitely feel this is like things are moving, and you're making, and you know, and I feel like whatever that you've put in into action, or started to put into action in the last couple of months, or even the last year or 2 years even, it's like you've been gradually moving forward, and maybe you've got these ideas that you just haven't been able to run with yet, and things have been accumulating, and it's like, now, okay, I feel like I can get them going now, so and move. So, and it's like you're more ready for that career change, and you're more knowing, but everything's starting to more align up as well, which is really, really important. It's the most important thing. So anyway, I'm going to like shuffle these again and see what comes up as well, to finish off what is this round of messages. I feel like the gist of it this month is really about that. So here's the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. So he's come out in reverse, so fallen out in reverse. So I feel like what they're saying is, don't let your mind get in the way with it, you know, because they're doing like a mind, body, you know, spirit and soul energy there. So don't let your mind get in the way of it. Of moving forward, you know, there's a celebration there, and it's like this is about you bringing out balance. So you may like go a little bit, you know, think twice about it, or or think twice, or you may, you know, just hold off. And I'm hearing spirit, you know, just saying this is something to celebrate rather than, you know, hold back. And it isn't about rushing in, because the Knight of the Knight of Cups doesn't have, for me anyway, that energy of like rushing. This is like I've achieved something, and I've got somewhere, now I'm ready to like move forward. So there's a cheers, and there's the stallion coming in, you know, and there's this energy, this knight coming in, who is like, yes, I've got through this, and it's like in the water there. So I've moved through, you know, the emotional stuff, and I understand it now, and I'm ready to move on, or move, and with whatever that is, you know, going on for you. The fact that it's in this, you know, new love, and here is probably around, you know, relationships of some sort. Okay, awesome. So now we're going into here. So it's like, because, you know, the Knight of Cups, there could be a new love coming in, and maybe you're, you know, you got your hand up. And it could be probably because of this disappointment here that was, you know, that is from the past. And it may be that you are feeling that you don't want to disappoint anybody, but it could be the other way around. So either way, it's like there's you know, there's something going on, and it feels like, you know, it's a time to move on. So the Seven of Swords kind of talks about, you know, like there may have been some deceit in there. Could have been on your part or the other person's part. They're not really, you know, spirit aren't being specific, but there's definitely something around healing and moving on from that this month. So there is something, and not looking because, you know, he's stealing all these swords, and he's being quite tactical about it. So there may have been some tactical or strategy around, you know, sneakiness behind the back or something, or, you know, something manipulative that happened in a past relationship. And you, like I say, you could have been that person, or it could have been someone else. But there's something about, I'm feeling this is more about somebody else, which was really quite heartbreaking, you know, and there was, yeah, but I'm just hearing that something like there's moving away, you know, and it could have been like, I feel like this is partially you too, on saying that, like this Four of Pentacles is being tactical about what it is that you're doing in order to move away from a relationship, if that's you, that has been quite manipulative. So, and it's like what you thought was a relationship that was going to be a happy, healthy, loving one is kind of maybe not, has been in a disappointing space. So it's like maybe it's you that needs to be a little bit more, a bit tactical about how you, you know, you release from these, from this, you know, relationship, and it's so. But I feel like, you know, but it's like, I feel like it's around about old stuff as well. So not necessarily, but on saying that if you can take that for you, then, you know, take it. But there's something around that. But I do feel like there's you know, I feel like there's a double-edged sword there with that. So some of you, there may have been some deceit. Some of you may have found that you were the one that was deceitful and didn't necessarily mean to, but it may be that you're feeling guilty about something in that way that is, and maybe you're not necessarily, you know, word deceitful. So it's kind of like there's a few things like it. So that's where they're talking about, you know, leaving, you know, this is a really important to do that I love and approve of myself. The self-love, okay, is there. So, but overall I feel like there's something moving. So here we go. The Six of Swords. Yep. The Six of Swords is like you're moving, or you're being guided, or you're moving away from that sort of stuff, you know, moving on from it and allowing yourself, because I like the, you know, the way, and especially around the thoughts and things like that. See, the celebration, this card here is coming out. So celebrate, you know, celebrate with, there's a celebration coming, and it's generally like this card, the Three of Cups, is around friends. So, you know, celebrate, you know, all the good times, you know, and all, not just that, celebrate the fact that you're moving. High Priestess, this is, you know, and it's like I feel some of you will probably be more in tune with your intuition in the sense that more listening to your intuition, and that, you know, but not just listening, taking action with it as well. So the High Priestess, so you may find that you're during this time you will see and be able to feel this joy and celebrate the small ones and the big ones and the medium ones and anything that lifts your soul. But it's like, you know, you know, or anything that you feel like is worth celebrating, which could be, you know, basically anything that lifts your soul or lifts your heart, that you feel like, yes, I've done that. So your intuition is probably going to be a little bit more heightened this month with, and so utilize it. So you know, this is the Five of Cups, and not going, you know, utilize it to do, you know, there is probably going to be some sad things that are going to come up with this Five of Cups here, but not moving into that self-pity stage. But it's a good phase, you know, of the Five's a good phase. It kind of like shows us up, or keeps us on track, or you know, lets us know when we're going off track, or what we need to like tidy up. So checking in with ourselves and what needs to, like, you know, like I say, tidy up. So it's a good month of movement. The Seven of Pentacles, yep. So this is like, this is like for me abundance, you know. It's like you've come through some, you know, a range of energetic, you know, financial, you know, hardships and things like that, or you've been through a bit of a journey with family, and things are starting to like settle. So this tree, like she's, you know, she's ready to like, okay, we're ready to move. I'm ready to move. Things are moving. So this month is all about that, is focusing on that energy of doing what it is that you need to do, and, you know, to bring things to a point where you can harvest them, you know, and this is it. It's like there's an abundance of things growing, and that sort of in all areas of life, I feel it. But it's just like, it's making sure that you don't get stuck in that self-pity stage, or I wish I could have, should have, would have done this, or if only, that sort of thing. It's like, you know, looking at it, but it's like, what do I need to do to get myself out of that? Or what do I need to do in order to, you know, or how, you know, not just even how, but, you know, what is the strategy for me to get out of it? So there's a tactical thing there with this, you know, Seven of Swords. That's why I say I feel like the Seven of Swords is more like you being smart, clever, about how you're going to get out of it, or move around it, maneuver it, you know, sort it out basically. So with this Five of Cups, so you're not stuck in that space, because the next card after that is like something you're moving through, that you obviously get something moving where you start to see, okay, yeah, and fix and feel, and, you know, become more comfortable, or understand, heal, that, you know, words there that so you can move into your you know, best life basically. Okay. Anyway, that was really quick. I feel like that's it for today, and I'm going to move on, and I'm going to, you know, finish from here. So it'd be, like I say, it'd be interesting to see what when I go back and watch the other video, how this has moved. Anyway, into this one. So awesome. So a very excited energy of, you know, lots of growth, love, healing, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to leave it there, and, you know, working toward, this is, you know, and it's also, I'm hearing commitment as well. And so I feel like a lot of you will have more energy to like, to make a commitment, but more of a knowing as well, of whatever, you know, of the strategy and how you're going to do it. But it comes down to the energy as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there, like I said, otherwise I'll go on all bloody day. So, and we'll leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. Bye for now. And we'll see you later in the month.